Our second demand is that health insurance should be accessible for all. Our third demand is that public buildings should become accessible within a period of 3 years. Where fourth point, social security is concerned, we want one nation, one pension of 5,000 rupees per month for every disabled person. Coming to the social political inclusion, which is our fifth point, we want a represent nomination in the Rajya Sabha for a person with disability and a 5% reservation at state level and at all levels. Yeah, 5% reservation at the state level, the legislative assembly, as well as at the panchayat level. Okay. Then coming to sports, we want accessible and inclusive sports infrastructure for para athletes across the country. So these are a part of the 10-point demand that we are putting, which is a part of the manifesto, and we are putting it to all the political parties. The second point that we would like to highlight today is that the Election Commission of India has come out with a directive to political parties that derogatory language to persons with disabilities should not be used by the political parties. It is a criminal offence as well as a code of conduct, violation of the model code of conduct if any derogatory language is used towards persons with, while referring to persons with disability or while referring to the opposition candidates. The third point that we would like to highlight today is also that we are happy to announce that 3 months back, the Chief Disability Commissioner, New Delhi, has issued a circular that where the buildings are not accessible for persons with disabilities, the government officers should come down to the ground floor to attend to the issues of persons with disabilities. Although 3 months have passed, this is not being implemented in Goa by the government departments. So we have returned to the State Disability Commissioner to direct all government departments to ensure that the order of the Chief Disability Commissioner is followed. Next, we would like to highlight that, as you know, it's mandatory for new buildings to be accessible for persons with disabilities. But unfortunately, many government buildings are coming up which are not accessible for persons with disabilities. For example, the newly renovated Kala Academy is not accessible for disabled. The Darbar Hall of the Raj Bhavan is not accessible for disabled. The Panchayat halls of Goavalya Panchayat, Rais Bagus Panchayat are also not accessible for persons with disabilities. Also, it is seen that the Urban Health Center in Panjim, they have constructed a ramp which is not as per the laid down standards. So we have returned to the State Disability Commissioner asking him to take strict action against the officials concerned for building infrastructure which is not accessible for persons with disabilities. And lastly, coming to the increase in the road accidents in Goa, we have seen a lot of road accidents happening in Goa. Last 2 months, about 54 persons have met with fatal accidents, and which is a very big amount, very serious amount, which the government has to take cognizance of. Now, fatal accidents means somebody is disabled for life, and either death in the family or a disability in the family affects the full family, and the government should take a very serious note of these road accidents. If you go from the message circle to the Kala Academy on the Dayanand Bandodkar mark in the smart city of Panjim, you will see that there is not a single zebra crossing or a pedestrian crossing for persons with disability, for elderly, for pregnant women, who comprise of 8 to 10% of the population. So we request the concerned authorities to do something on the matter, to take this road accidents issue very seriously.
Okay. तुम्ही आता खंयच्या पार्टीक दितले? बीजेपीक दिवपाचे काय जनरल रिजनल पार्टी?
सगळे
सगळे
स्टेट नॅशनल लेवल पार्टीज अँड रिजनल पार्टीज.
ओके.
तुम्ही म्हटलं की तुमका राज्यसभाच्या नॉमिनेशना खातीर रिझर्वेशन जाय म्हणून. सो कशें कितें गोंयांतल्यान जाय काय खंयसून जाय?
No, all India. All India, they should nominate one person to the Rajya Sabha.
Is there census of these disabilities?
Census of 2011 is there. The present one is not yet done. But UDID cards have been issued to persons with disabilities. So more or less we know the figures which are there of persons with disabilities at the state level and national level. Okay, and the election commission also is having a separate list of the voters with disabilities.
Thank you.